Here's a question from my friend Sally Waters. Sally asks, driving through the side streets of Galveston, I was appalled at the number of rundown, pitiful residences. Why aren't these being rehabbed or destroyed to provide housing for the needy rather than build another slum project? What a great question. Sally, you're reading my mind. In fact, that is exactly what's going to happen. The Galveston Housing Authority, as you know, is going to rebuild 569 units of public housing, and it isn't going to be in slum projects. Those Cold War era style barracks that we saw at Magnolia Home and the other footprints, you'll never see those again, ever. And in fact, HUD won't even allow you to build them like that again. Of the 569 units that will have to be constructed, I can assure you that you're going to see exactly what you describe happening in the next several months. Homes throughout our inner city neighborhoods that are sitting there rotting full of rats, just contributing to the blight, are going to be bought, raised, and a new beautiful $125,000 or so home is going to be built in its place, populating the neighborhood with health, populating the neighborhoods with families, and curing urban blight. So, that's one of those double goodies that you're going to get. Not only will you have your public housing needs met, but you're going to be doing it in a way that looks like a neighborhood. Well, that is a neighborhood. And you're going to knock down nasty, underperforming buildings. So that's one side of the equation. Starting January 1st, the city of Galveston is going to finally put into implementation one of my #1 campaign promises, which is clean the island of Galveston. We have not only followed this with creating a new division called the Nuisance Abatement Division, but we've hired some really stellar talent. The #1 aide to County Judge Jim Yarborough, Brian Maxwell, has accepted the job as Assistant City Manager for Steve LeBlanc. And this is a position that we, the City Council, funded after our campaigns were done and it was time to get down to business. And we had our annual retreat in July. And we said, look, we want 3 goals. One was to make our budget better performing and sustainable so that we're not paying for things with one, annual recurring need with one-time money. I mean, you can't run a city that way. The second thing was to streamline the permitting process so that businesses can have confidence going forward with their plans. But the third, and my favorite, because it's the one I campaigned on, was clean the island. We created the Nuisance Abatement Division. We have now staffed it with a really quality Galvestonian, Brian Maxwell. His sole job as Assistant City Manager will be to run this department. It's going to be to identify homes that need to be torn down or that can be rehabbed. In the past, it was just like 2 or 3 homes that the Galveston Historical Foundation took on, and they're a nonprofit. Why should they have to yield the burden alone? Now we're going to use all this federal money and all the public will that government agencies have behind it. The City of Galveston, the Galveston Housing Authority, the Galveston Housing Finance Corporation, all are going to be purchasing rotted out homes, and they're all throughout the neighborhood, just like you described. And we're going to fix them if they can be fixed, and we're going to remove them if they can't. And we're going to replace in their place beautiful homes that will look much better. Secondly, the federal disaster money that we're getting is going to improve 1,400 homes that were damaged by Ike. 1,400 homes. And that is a serious amount of money and a serious amount of repair that's going to happen throughout our neighborhoods. So Sally, I want to remind you, you're not going to see any more slum projects in Galveston. They're gone forever. Now, to the extent the Housing Authority rebuilds these units, they're going to be single-family homes or mixed-income neighborhoods. So you get your cake and eat it too. Remove blight from the island and address your public housing needs in a quality, first-class fashion so that we never see those days of the slum projects again. Thank you, Sally.